Hello, sir. Good evening.
Hi, Sumesh, how are you?
Can you hear me loud and clear, sir? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. Absolutely.
It's actually nice meeting you. And because of the pandemic, we are doing this. But obviously, it's a good thing that I can see you and meet you. But it robs you of the aesthetic feel of it.
I know.
And thank you so much for doing this, sir. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable time with us.
No
Uh,
problem. You're
with
most
Auto
welcome.
Components India and Commercial Vehicle Magazine.
Yeah.
So, without wasting any further time, I would jump right into the questions. Um, to start with, could you explain us a little about the steering robot technology that you are working about?
Sure. Steering robot. First of all, before that, I have to explain to you the fundamental function. There are many tests which you do in a vehicle by after you fit the tires, which are multi kind of tires, which and they are all done through various instruments. It's whether it is for ride and handling or cornering or noise, or there's so many tests which are carried out. uh, but in at the end, while you have all this data, including vibrations, including stopping distances, everything you do, and you have instruments available for measuring the results. But then there is another important test, which is subjective test, which is a driver's feel. That will still not go, but to have a more accurate measurement of objective data. See, subjective, the handling, the observation by the expert driver on various parameters, whether it is slalom, or it is ride and handling, or the comfort, or straight on drive, or G force. There's so many things which a driver does subjective. That means he it is his observation and feeling, and he records it. But the objective part, there is a variation from driver to driver when you are doing an instrumented test. So to eliminate that, this steering robo actually came into existence, and we were the first company to buy this. And basically, this what it does it do is eliminates the impact of a driver. So steering robo actually takes over, and you can almost consider that the car becomes driverless.
Okay.
So you driver doesn't have a control. It's the steering robo which gives control, which gives input for left, right, or whatever inputs have to be given to a steering. They are done through this robotic means. So the the input become perfectly accurate. Suppose you say 1 degree angle or 2 degree angle or sharp cornering. So you will give that input, and robo will control the steering. That steering robo. That's why it is called steering robo, and you are able to get very accurate data.
Uh, I,
Have I cleared it?
yes, you have. So, is it somewhere linked to the autonomous driving facilities that are already given out in a car or a bike or something
No,
like
it is not exactly that. It is not autonomous is a completely different. That is a sensor based
that? Exactly.
technology. So it's a that's an entire different technology. Here it is primarily because I am not running this car on a road. It's not a street drive. It is on tracks, identified tracks. It's on an identified route. If you are taking a high speed, or whatever tests you are doing are on a track. So, so I would not compare it with the driverless, but yes, from a perspective of testing, it becomes there's no influence of a driver on the testing.
How much of a
Yes.
help? How much of a help is the steering robo when it comes to testing the tires?
It is from an objective data point of view, it's very repeatable, it's very consistent, and I would say it's very useful. We have found that after that you're able to give a very consistent output or a consistent value. Then you know for sure your test results are much more accurate and much more this one. So it's a big help. There is no doubt about it. But please don't compare it or don't consider this to be a
Of course.
driverless car technology, because that's a totally different ball game. Yeah.
Considering the steering robo, is it helpful in both passenger vehicles and commercial vehicles alike?
No, this is primarily for passenger vehicles. So far, what we have purchased,
Okay.
we have not yet tried it in commercial vehicle, but I would assume in small light commercial LCV or those kind of application, it should be possible to use it. But because the sensitivity and the data generation on luxury cars or these days modern cars are far too deep. Not that commercial is not, the commercial is also there, but that's the torque levels are different, the steering, the whole geometry is different. So it's a bit of a I would say
It's complex.
it's
It is complex.
it's a different. Both are complex, but
there are more levels to the passenger.
Yeah, absolutely. But this robot we purchase is primarily for passenger cars or light cars, light vehicles.
I'm gonna move on to another question. Can you explain a little about the skid trailer?
That's of course a very interesting subject. See, basically this is how do I put it? We do a lot of lab testing, right? We have a lot of facilities. Have you visited Mysore?
No, I haven't. I was actually gonna pitch it to Abhishek that we should be able to do that.
I think if I would suggest, that'll be very interesting for you, because you're talking about the subject which we do. So we do a lot of validation indoor, okay, and then we do a lot of validation outdoor also. But there are certain tests, like very specific tests, particularly like wet grip or dry grip or typical noise or input on a very fast steering in and steering out, or any such parameter which you do in the lab. But in the lab, it is a wheel or it's a drum or it's a flat.
It's just the component.
Yeah, but the skid trailer helps you to actually simulate road. That means you are actually testing on a road with far more accurate control and accurate data. That means what skid trailer is testing on a track. I can even test it on a road for that matter, because the skid trailer consists of there is a trailer. If you want, I can share with you later photograph or a video.
Yeah, sure.
With you. You'll be very happy to see it. So there is a trailer and there is a let's say the puller. There's a main vehicle, which has got all the computational all the controls, all the computers or the input controls are in that vehicle. The trailer has it has got multi-axle kind of a concept. Okay. So you give input and then you can suddenly set 10-degree slip. So you are driving straight, but on the inner that test wheel, there is a test wheel, a single tire test wheel in the trailer, which is in contact with the road. So you give 10-degree or 15-degree slip or a turn or a cornering or a left or right, and the tire actually moves and gives you all the input which are captured by the computers or by the system, because the data is being provided to the system from that trailer axle.
Okay.
It's a very. I'll send you a photograph. So then
yeah, of course. I also wanted to know the test, they happen in Mysore only at the test facility.
No, this is also done on track.
Okay.
Because you want to have a feel of an actual road.
Okay.
Why you're doing a skid trailer is because you are wanting a test result from an actual road. Okay. What we do in Mysore is on a machine. Okay. So now you are able to better correlate. Right. What is the machine data and which is the tire actual data on the road, you are able to correlate. Not only that, you see now, as you know, this labeling, there is a possibility of coming in tire labeling. So tire labeling will be for number of parameters. For example, number one will be rolling resistance. What is the rolling resistance? Second will be wet grip. Okay. And third will be rolling noise. So now the wet grip has to be tested and measured through a very accurate means. And that's where this skid trailer comes in use, gives you exactly, because wet grip is tested on a surface which is certified by ISO. One standard is there for a particular type of a track is required, particular surface texture is required. On that, you do a wet grip test by either pre-spraying water, or even you can have a continuous ongoing spraying of water through the trailer. We have both the means possible. And so therefore you get very accurate data of wet grip. That for that kind of a test, you need this skid trailer anyway. Either skid trailer, or you have to have a very specific vehicle which can achieve the speeds and at a constant speed at within a given time, and then you measure the parameters of grip. So, but skid trailer is definitely far more accurate. What we have is capable to do passenger car tires and some light commercial tires up to a certain level. Yeah.
Okay. It would be very interesting to watch it happen, to witness it at first
I will
hand.
give you you must visit it is in Indore.
Okay.
You know the Netrax.
Okay.
The Netrax, I'm sure you know Netrax.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So we have parked it there because it is actually, and we have our own facility there within the Netrax. We have taken a big area from them, where we park all our test vehicle or our test equipment, and also skid trailer. So you can even drive in it. You can also drive yourself. You can take,
Yeah, that would be much more, a first-hand experience.
Yeah,
and to witness it personally, that would have much more of impact on what I would want to write about it. Yeah,
but
of course.
Anyway, I'll send you a video. You please give me your email ID. So
I will, sir. After we are done with the interview, I will share my credentials with you. So you will have my number, my email ID, everything.
Atul, that I will do. I will take all the information from Neha, and I'll share everything with.
No, you take it from Atul. Atul will give it to Neha. Then you can share it with him.
Sure, sir. No worries.
You can actually see the also the photograph of the steering robo, or a photograph of the skid trailer and the video of skid trailer. So
sure, sir.
It will be nice for him to write with a photograph, so that you have much more.
Yeah, I would have more material, and probably my first impressions when I'm witnessing it firsthand.
So now you understand why and what is the purpose, and then you see a video,
of course.
And you actually see the tire moving left, right, and trailer going straight. So
related better, of course.
Very interesting. Yeah.
I'm moving on to the next question, sir. If you could shed some light on the smart tire technology.
See, smart tire technology, our objective was to have a sensor which is fitted within the tire, along with the tire in the inside. Okay. So the sensor is already now part of the, when we are giving a tire, sensor is provided with that. And it is, so the sensor is able to give you a lot of data, a lot of information. The most important is that it is able to give you live, on the go, Bluetooth enabled data on pressure and temperature simultaneously, so that you can get immediately, and it's available to you on your phone. I don't know if you don't have a smart tire, no? You should have a smart tire. I'm just trying to dig it out. Where's my smart tire? Here it is. Right. So can you see this? Can you see this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can.
So this is in my car.
Okay.
So it's captured the data. Of course, now I'm sitting in my office. So it's given me the exact PSI and temperature at the last recording. So this is the one which you see in blue. Okay. That means it is okay. If it is not okay, it is going to be either yellow or red. So you see the fifth one, which is Stepney, because I have got Audi Q5. It doesn't have it has got a collapsible Stepney.
Okay.
There is no air in it, so it shows red. So it's a very interesting, I would say, and if you, along with the Bluetooth, suppose you are owner of a fleet of 100 cars or whatever, if you can provide a pod, a sensor, which makes the sensors GPS enabled, and now we are also going and trying to talk to OEM to fit this. We are working with them. We are approaching each one of them to make the sensor. We have the technology to make it also, enabled with the system of the car.
Okay.
You can connect it with that, and if your car is GPS enabled, then you can get a whole lot of more data. Or if you put a pod, we also make that. That is also we are manufacturing, which is provided in the vehicle, and all the sensors are connected to that pod, and that pod is connected to, because it is internet connectivity. So anywhere sitting in any part of the world, you can track your vehicle, you can track performance of your tires, you can track what's the pressure going on, you can track which position which tire is on, because you can also link it with the serial number of your tire or position of your tire. On suppose it's a left, like on a commercial vehicle, you can have that this is a front left out, a left in, or rear right, right out, right in. So whichever position you feed into that particular sensor, then it'll track according to that. Even if suppose somebody steals your tire away, you'll get an alert that your tire is, the tire is being removed. So somebody may be removing it for any other purpose, but if it is removed without your knowledge, you will get an alert.
Notification. Okay.
So it's a very, we are continuously developing more and more capabilities in the whole system, and we've also developed tube type, for example, for commercial. For cars, we have primarily tubeless, because cars are 97-98% tubeless tires. Trucks, we have got majority is 80-85%, 90% is tube type. So we've also come out with a sensor which is tube type sensor for commercial application. So it can be mounted on a connected with the valve of the tire of the tube, and locked onto the rim, so it cannot be removed. It cannot be tampered with, because otherwise all other tubeless sensors are inside, they are within the tire, so therefore nobody can take it out. But if tube type, the sensor is outside, so it is possible to tamper with it. So we made it into a tamper proof system, and it is completely locked with the rim. So this is the benefits are many. If you want to know the smart tire benefits, first of all, it gives you better fuel efficiency, because your pressure is better maintained. I mean, of course, you have to act. If a pressure is down and it's giving you alert and saying, okay, please stop your car or stop your vehicle and fill up this tire. Now you don't care, then it's your fault. But if you take care, if you maintain your pressure, it gives you better life. And we have all the data established on these aspects. It gives you better fuel efficiency. Of course, it ensures safety. If your pressure is dropping, and if it's dropping rapidly, then also it will immediately give you alert. If it's dropping slowly, also it will give you an alert. So you are much more much more aware. And actually, why TPMS is becoming gradually essential is also one of the reasons that safety is paramount, and safety is guaranteed if your tire is better maintained in terms of and particularly
wear and tear, of course.
Yeah, wear and tear, and pressure is a very important aspect, and many of us neglect, to be honest with you. and it's world over. It's not India. World over, we've done surveys, we've data for all international surveys, including India. There's so much of percentage of people where pressure is very low. There's so many percentage of people where the pressure is very high, and very limited percentage of people where the pressure is within the right frame. So it's a very good, I would say, good technology. We are very happy. We are manufacturing it in Pune. We have a separate plant there, and it's all indigenous, our own development, all technology, all backup or data support. We have 24/7 backup. If anybody has a smart tire, he's got a number. If he has any difficulty, he can immediately connect, and you'll get a response. So, and we are monitoring, every sensor which is fitted is known to us. Where it is fitted is known to us. So we are doing a lot of improvement, lot of development by virtue of data capture, which is it's continuously evolving. That's, I would say, but very very good results in both passenger radial or in commercial tires.
Commercial radial. And the technology is neutral for bikes, cars, trucks alike.
Absolutely. Only thing is sensor size is smaller for bikes.
Exactly.
But yeah, and trucks and cars, practically the sensor size is similar. Mounting arrangements are different. Fitting arrangements are different. How the sensor is put in the tire is different. But principal technology is
It remains the same. All right, sir.